Good morning everyone and welcome back to another writer's vlog. Hello and welcome everyone. Hi, I'm Tori and I'm currently in the process of writing a romance book. So I'm just gonna sit here this morning and I'm just gonna tell you what the plans are for today. I've been doing a lot of research and a lot of reading since the last time I filmed one of these. If you want to have a little bit more context on what my book is about, where my story comes from, all that, go ahead and watch my first video. I'll link it up here right now. So today, if you can't tell by my outfit, is going to be a very chill day. Cozy reading. I'm going to tell you guys about some of the books that I've been reading. I'm going to give you guys some tips on some writers that I've been watching and how they've helped me. I'm going to be practicing writing. I'm going to be planning.
I might even be going to the library. Probably not today, but maybe tomorrow.
We'll see how that goes. So I hope that this video can inspire you to maybe write, start your journey to writing a book. And if you want, grab a pen and paper and write along with me. Let's get into it.
Feel for this character's struggles and ultimately want to see how the reader needs to identify with the character through some shared traits.
Hi guys. So what I'm doing currently, let me just tell you who I'm watching first. She is great. I forgot what her name is. Alyssa Mathis.
Alyssa Mathis.
I'll put the name up here so you guys can see. She's absolutely wonderful. I love all her videos. They always give such insightful tips, some things that I've never even thought about actually putting into my novel to make it feel real and to make people engage with it. She's a fantastic person to watch if you're wanting to get into writing. So I've done a plot outline type of thing, sort of a brief idea of where I want the story to go and how I want it to happen, and now I'm trying to develop my characters a little bit further. So I'm taking my main character and I'm giving her flaws and obstacles to overcome and things like that so that she's more likable. I currently just watched a video by Alyssa, how to write likable characters, and most of the things that she said were just, most of your characters in your book should be genuinely likable. And I mean, if I think about reading A Court of Thorns and Roses,
Obviously the big bad was not so likable, but the seemingly bad was actually incredibly likable, and I thought he was very funny and
witty and cheeky, and I loved that. Your character doesn't always have to be perfect. Obviously, you have to have flaws and you have to show their vulnerability. Now I'm just gonna sit for a little bit and I'm going to just really dig into my main character. I want to know her inside and out so that I can write the stories if I was her. In a way, it's weird, but writing is sort of a similar method to acting if you think about it. You have to know who this person is inside and out. You have to know their soul, their motives, quite a similar thing that actors do to fully portray their characters. So many creative things linked together. I'm gonna flesh out my character for a little bit and I'll get back to you. I've been sitting for about 1.5 hours, I would say, fleshing out my main character and her love interest and just going into depth into their relationship and how they affect each other, how they change, all of that kind of thing. And so many times while I was sitting there and writing, I was just sitting and thinking,
I just want to start
writing this story and getting it onto paper and writing proper chapters and emotions and all of that kind of thing. And I'm just like sitting there like, I don't want to be writing down all of these not stupid, they're essential to the story, and I need to actually understand where I'm coming from and my development and all that kind of stuff before I can actually start writing. But I'm so impatient and I really just want to start the actual book. So I'm going to take a break from that because otherwise I'm going to get
overwhelmed
with the amount that I have to do before I can actually start the thing that I want to start. So I'm going to read A Court of Mist and Fury, the second book in the Court of Thorns and Roses series. Read the first book.
absolutely beautiful. I loved it so much. I'm currently
36% of the way through this book. Loving it so far. I love the character development in Freya. So I'm just going to spend a little bit of time. I'm sitting here with Nugget, as you can see.
Seems to be a very common term in this book. Just like you. You are such a prick. Yes, look at this bug.
I have just gone and made myself some lunch, so you know what that means. It's time for a food review. So what have we got here? It's basically a salad. It's a salad. So it's a
carrot, beetroot, cucumber, feta, seeds, snap peas.
and lettuce. I don't know what to tell you about it. It's a salad. It's definitely vegetable-y. 8 out of 10. I do like myself a good salad. While I enjoy my salad, I'm going to be telling you a bit about the books I've been reading currently. First book I read was Lightlock. Phenomenal book. 5 stars. Absolutely loved it. There was so much betrayal and secrets and things that you didn't expect. It was very thrilling. I love the love triangle in it. Well written, well put together, well planned out. Very, very nice. The next book I read was If You Can See the Sun. This one, it was nice. I just felt like the characters fell a bit flat about who they were and what they were doing. It was just a little bit boring, but I still enjoyed it, so I gave that one 4 stars, I believe.
I did read it in quite literally the span of one day.
Maybe that influenced my opinion somehow, but it was okay. It just wasn't... I was expecting more with the whole supernatural aspect that came into the story. Then the next book I read was To All the Boys I Loved Before. I just didn't relate to the characters at all. I didn't feel like they were real. Her sister really, really irritated me. And like, I just did not enjoy, really, it just felt really, really flat. There's some moments where I was like, yeah, that's like nice and whatever, that's sweet. The way she wrote the book was in a weird tense. It just felt strange and off. So I just didn't enjoy it. So I gave it 3 stars out of 5. It wasn't bad. I liked the story. It was cute. It's just not my vibe. I just didn't like the way it was written and portrayed. So
What are you gonna do?
And then the last one I've read is A Court of Thorns and Roses. As you know, I'm already on the second book, so you can imagine how the first one went. It was absolutely phenomenal. I loved it. The characters were well thought out. It was well written. I loved the way it was written, how everything was described and everything was laid out and all of that.
I don't know, aren't you a big YouTube celebrity? You know, you got a whole, 10 subscribers?
44.
See, you've overdone my expectations, haven't you? You exceeded them. Assuming you're going to edit this out.
Obviously.
Anyway, Court of Thorns and Roses, very good book. Would recommend. 5 stars. No Nugget, you don't have a say in this, unfortunately for you. Yeah, anyway, that's all the books I've read. I just finished lunch and I did a bit of admin tasks that I had to do. I'm gonna start something new. So if you remember earlier,
I was saying how much I actually wanted to just start writing.
so I'm starting a new project. Not that I'm scrapping the old one is still very much in play. In the past couple of months, I have loved documenting my life. I've loved journaling. I've loved YouTube as a form of documentation. I wanted to see what other ways there were that I could start documenting what happens in my life and all the things that are happening.
Basically, I'm going to be writing things from my life as if I were the main character in a novel.
It's just going to be memories that I think are important and memories that shaped me. Writing up that one memory that I wanted to write up. I'm not going to read you the whole thing because it is a rather long entry.
To give some context on what I was writing about,
I wrote the day that me and my boyfriend started dating. So a little bit of context about that so you understand where this story is coming from. We were best friends for 6 years before we started dating, and we started dating, we started having a situationship for a month in silent. No one knew about it. It was a secret. We didn't tell anyone. So when we saw our friends, we had to pretend like we were just friends and we weren't anything other than just friends. So this is a day when we were pretending like we were just friends, and at the end of the day, we'd actually become a couple, like officially.